Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Heybo back with another video, and today we're going to be going over some of my best classes that I've been using to get me all the way up to 9th Prestige. So first off, we're going to start out with the combat rigs. Most of my stuff came from Merc because he has one of the best traits in the game, reactive armor. It says a electromagnetic shield or shell that protects all forms of damage. You can get that in a couple of minutes, and then infusion. You could basically get free health after you kill someone. You'll regenerate it faster. But another thing I also like to use is Man at Arms. It's where you start with maximum ammo, and the weapon is no longer slow default movement speed. And as you see, when I go to my combat record, I have 16,690 kills with Merc, and 1,320 of those have been the ones that I've used, and I've gotten 691 kills with it. And right below that is Warfighter, because they're in double XP. I like to use that for the combat focus. Sometimes I'll use the claw, but let's get into the classes. I like to use the Flatline. I recently got it when they came out with a supply drop deal where you get one guaranteed Mark II epic weapon. And I got pretty lucky dropping this, and I got really excited about it. I wanted to, and the next class that I have is one of the new DLC weapons that I recently got. I don't really use it that much. I just like to have it in there so I can remember, hey, you know, I got this. And it's a rare. It's called the RVM Braincase Bruiser. It has a headshot grants, a small payload bonus meter increase, and it increases your melee speed. And I'm gonna go back to the Flatline and read what it does. It has precision, which has infinite damage range with reduced fire rate. The fire rate isn't gonna matter all that much anyways, but the reduced auto sway when aiming down sights, that's pretty good, because sometimes in game, if you'll just sit there, you'll see like your person move around a little bit, and having that on there helps a lot. Alright, so the next class that I have is the Eli Cyclopean. I got this with my 4000 salvage about a couple weeks ago. I really like it. I usually got wrecked with it when I go to competitive games. The perks for this is Particle Beam. It releases a concentrated beam of energy. And Focus, it has reduced auto sway. Basically the same thing as the Flatline. And yeah, I really like how it shoots a laser beam, to be honest. I do have a Cerberus as well, but you know, I don't really use a shotgun that much, and just having an underbarrel I guess would be okay for close quarter ranges. And the foregrip actually helps. Saves one class unlock token for the pick 10 slot. Alright, so the next gun that I have is the RPR Evo Bazuzuku. I got this from a supply drop. I got pretty lucky actually. At the time, you could go to the quartermaster, and if you go all the way down to the mission team, or not mission team, but the quartermaster, you can see that it's only attainable through supply drops. And just to think that I could have gotten the Axe Headsman, same compared luck to the Bazuzuku, it really amuses me, to be honest. Alright, so the next class I have is the Rack 9 Volatile. And like I said, I don't really use shotguns. I was just going ahead and get some of the challenges out of the way. As you can see now, I've got this gun gold, because I would fear that this gun would be one of the harder shotguns to get gold. So yeah, I basically never use that class except for when I have to. The next one is FHR-40 Havoc. I really like this because it reminds me of the P90. And just going back on Dominion, which is the Afghan remake, and using the P90 and all that just brings back so many memories. And I don't have this gold yet. Like I said, I'm focusing on assault rifles right now, but we are working on it. The next one is the TF-141. Recently, because I was trying to get some gameplay with sniping with Heybo, it didn't really work out all that well, because I guess when I get on, the tryhards get on. Some kind of schedule that we have, I don't know why. But it's an alright gun. It gives me a lot of hit markers. I would rather have the KBS longbow, even though I only have a legendary version of it. But, you know, still, it's a classic weapon, and it's always good to use. Alright, now one that you're really gonna know is the Type 2 Atomic. This is a gun I've been trying to get gold. Here's a little status update on it. I got 124 headshots. I had a recent gameplay that was really good. I got about 10 headshots, although I did not record that gameplay, unfortunately. And I still gotta get a couple more long shots. Actually, I'm only halfway through that. So about 12 more, 13. And then I'll be able to go to the 50 kills with no attachments. That's gonna be a pain in the butt, but you know what? We're getting closer and closer to getting gold. Alright, for the next class, I also got this with my 4000 salvage recently. I think it was about a week ago. And as soon as I got this gun, I went instantly 60 and 20, 60 and 10, even 30 and 0 one game. I really like it, although it is an epic and you cannot get a DAT from it. I really love it. It's the R3KT or the Vect. And basically this just shoots as a fully automatic weapon and has increased ammo. So now I'm going to go over the attachments I like to run on my guns. So for the MV4 Flatline, no matter what version of MV4 it is, always run suppressor. It's not going to change anything much from it. As you can tell, the only thing it will change much is the fire rate. And it shortens the damage a little bit. Next thing I like to use is Hollow Point. It increases headshot lethality. And the only reason I like to use that is because when I was going for gold, I always like to have the first shot on, and it'd be easier to kill him. I still like to use it because it's easy to kill as well. So next one I always like to run when I'm not running Man-at-Arms trait is the Extended Mag. It just basically gives you more ammo. And the next one is Quick Draw, and it aims down sights a whole lot faster than what you think. So for the next gun, RVN, like I said, I don't really use it much because I haven't figured out what attachments fit best for me. But right now I have Faraday Slug, Particle Amp, Foregrip, and Quick Draw. Basically the same thing I had last time, but you know, it's all good. For the Evaz Cyclopean, I have Stock, Quick Draw, Foregrip, and Particle Amp. Particle Amp just basically gives you longer range. And we've gone over the other ones except for Stock. Stock increases the maneuverability while aiming down sights. It basically just allows you to run faster while you're aiming down sights. For the Bazooka, I like to run Extended Mags because it's such a fast-paced shooting gun. And to me, it seems like when I get into action with it, I run out of ammo a lot, or I'll shoot someone, run out of ammo, and then I'll have to hurry up and reload. And it basically just fails me every time. But another reason why you run Extended Mag on this is because it has below the belt. So instead of the K-Bar Invective, where it's going to give headshots increased lethality, this one is going to give you damage towards the groin instead of headshots. So think about you're in action, you always have to aim at the groin. It's pretty hard, which is why I have Foregrip on. Anytime you use the RPR, I would recommend Foregrip, no matter what. And next up I have Quick Draw, which is basically just where I can aim down sights better. This does have a Foregrip already put on it, but having that double increased accuracy, it just makes it a whole lot better. And next up I have Rifle Barrel, which extends the stopping power range. It's basically just giving you a better chance to kill them at a longer distance. Like I said, I'm not going to go over the Arach-9 because it's not really useful. For the people that do use shotguns, I have Rifle Barrel, Extended Mag, Laser Sight, and Foregrip. I do not really know why I use Foregrip. It just reduces the recoil, and I'm not going to be aiming down sights that much. But it always is good to have when you're shooting at multiple people. Now for the FHR-40 Havoc, I like to run Foregrip. So way you can have a reduced recoil and you can just spray them down. Extended Mag because you're going to go through clips as fast as you can and kill the enemy. Rifle Barrel so way you can aim down and shoot them from a longer distance. And Quick Draw so way you can walk around faster and you can aim down sights faster. Now for the TF1, I'm not really going to go over that again because, you know, I'm not really much of a sniper player. but I will go over it a little bit for the snipers that are subscribed to me, or the people that are just watching. I have extended mag, and then ballistic CPU, and foregrip. Like I said, for the shotgun, I do not know why I have foregrip on, but it is what it is. Now for the atomic, I'm recently going for gold on that, so I want anything I can get on increased fire rate, increased headshot lethalability, and everything, because I still need those headshots. So what I use is the Faraday Slug. Faraday Slug increases your headshot lethalability. And then Particle Amp just is basically like a rifle barrel, but energy form, I believe. Yes, it is for energy weapons. And then foregrip, because this thing, in a recent buff, they increased the fire rate and everything on it. So I wanted to put that on, make sure I don't miss any of my shots. And then we have stock. Basically, like I said, it just increases your movement speed while you're walking and aiming down sights at the same time. And for the R3KT, I do not know why. I do not like the normal iron sights on it. I tried using the ELO out a little bit, did not work at all for me. I just did not like it for some reason. So I found myself leaning towards the reflex sight. It's basically just a red dot sight from any other Call of Duty. And then the Faraday Slug, Particle Amp, stock, and foregrip. So now that I've got the attachments out of the way, we can start going towards the perks. As long as you use proper perks, you will be okay. Certain situations, it depends on the game mode that you're playing. I might have another video on what perks to use on what game modes, but in this video I'm just going to go over the perks that I have on each class. So for now, I do not know why I still have Blind Eye on. I usually run Ghost and Blind Eye at the same time, but I usually take off Extended Mag once I Prestige. That's the problem there, because you do not get Ghost until rank 13, I believe, which is a painkiller as well. And Ghost basically, it makes you invisible to UAV radar pings. So when they use a UAV that cannot see you at all, the advanced UAV is what's going to get you, though. They can still see you on an advanced UAV. There's no stopping that, I believe. And Blind Eye is also serves as a purpose for lethal score streaks. It can counter a Vulture, Shock Sentry, Warden, RCA, and Micro Turret. So say like you're in the middle of a gameplay and someone calls in a Warden. You're worried to death that you're going to go negative or get a lot of deaths because of the Warden. Put on Blind Eye and you got a less chance of that Warden killing you. Perk 2, let me go to a class that I actually use perk 2. I like to use Momentum a lot. It's basically a sniper perk in a way, because it will help you sprint faster a lot. Most of these perk 2s I like to use. Scavenger, it just increases your ammo. That's also well if you're running without extended mags. And then also Cold-Blooded, it counters thermal sights, perception, and personal radars. That's one thing that's going to kill you if you are going for a DAT and someone has on Cold-Blooded. You cannot see them on your personal radars. Tracker, you can see the enemy trails. It's basically the same thing for Black Ops 3. You can see their footprints. And even when they're cloaked, it can counter active camo, the Phantom trait. So that's going to be a big painkiller again. And then perk 3, I recently unlocked this with a permanent unlock token. And it's dead silence. So footsteps and jump packs are silenced, and it's countered by Tracker though. But not that many people like to run Tracker anymore. They're focused on different perks like Scavenger or Cold-Blooded. Another thing that I like to use is Gung Ho when I'm using like a submachine gun or a shotgun. Those are very helpful in mid-game. And then Marksman is you can acquire the enemy names of a greater distance. So say like if you're sniping and you see someone halfway across the map, you don't think it's a person, but then again you do. If you got Marksman on you, you got nothing to worry about. It will pull their name up and then you can shoot if they are an enemy, that is. And for my tacticals, I always like to use personal radar when I'm going for a DAT, because it basically just shows where the enemies are and their movements. It's kind of like a little mini UAV, but then again it isn't, because it does not last long. And then for lethal, I do not really run any lethals. I would suggest you not to, because you're going to want to focus on your gun and your perks more. The only thing I ever use, and you see throughout my classes, I do not use the personal radar that much, is because I focus on my guns and my perks more. Now, if we go over here to my best weapon, it's the MV4. Anybody's best weapon will probably be the MV4. Whether you hate it or like it, you can get some good gameplays in it. And then next up I had the K-Bar. The K-Bar is amazing for competitive. And then I have the R3K, which is basically going up because my R3KT at the moment. And surprisingly, my combat knife is down there. I do have the combat knife gold, actually, which is a big surprise. Most kills are coming from a trip mine. I like to stay back sometimes when I'm sniping. Have a trip mine set down just in case. And it also works in infected. And then next up I have cluster grenades, which is basically one of the grenades you can almost unlock at the start of the game. So the most kills with my score streak is the RC8. I have 435 kills with it, and I've only used it 99 times. I usually get 5 kills with it per use. And then I had the Warden. The Warden's pretty good as well. And my most successful gameplay is in Infected, surprisingly, because you get a lot of points, and this is probably when I got my D at and everything, so it all works out. And then my highest score streak is the UAV. I've used it 784 times, and I've gotten 4,121 assists from it. I always like to run UAV, counter UAV, and advanced UAV, but I'll also show you some of the best score streaks to use. Like I said, personal radar is one of my most used tacticals, and then jammer grenade because of infected. But yeah, I will go show you guys the best score streaks to use at the moment. I always like to run either UAV, drone package, or counter UAV. The drone package will give you a random score streak. Sometimes you can get lucky and get an AP3X or RC8. Sometimes you'll get nothing but a scarab. Most times it's just a scarab for my luck. But I sometimes run the Warden instead of a counter UAV. So wait, you know, if I go on a streak, 11 kills, it'll be easier. I've doubled up on Wardens many, many times. And yeah, that's basically it for the score streaks. KDs, this is where it's going to improve your KD a lot. Using the right gun. You can't use a gun that you don't like. You guys let me know your opinion down in the comments. What's your favorite gun, score streak, specialist, and everything. Let me know what you like to use every single game, or if it's different guns. And yeah, I'll be checking out those comments. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, guys.